guys, what's up? Todd Boss. Just finish up a few things here on loose ends, take care of, working my coaching, training here in Utah. We're headed back home to California. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to, I've got a few minutes. Well, I thought I'd take a few minutes. I've got a little more than a few minutes right now, but I thought I'd talk a little bit about one of the things that I see that I think that a lot of people misunderstand. I'm a runner. I run really, probably one of the fastest miles. I'm probably the cockiest runner out there. But one of the things that I see out there that to me it bothers me a little bit, but I don't say anything about it. But so many people out there make excuses why they can't run. I'm too big. I'm diabetic. Those are things I feel are excuses. If you really want to run, you'll run. You'll find a way. I'm a prime example, honestly. 2 years ago, I was hit by a car. I could have been dead. I could have go, you know what? This won't work for me. But I knew I had to finish the runs. I knew I had to get better and better. So you know what? I feel like there's no excuse for people saying they can't run. Now, if they're paralyzed, that's one story. I understand those are very rare circumstances. However, most people I've seen, people have come from, all walks of life. People that, you would never expect to be able to run. People that are 400 pounds that are running probably better than I, compared to me, so they're a challenger. But as I look at so many excuses fly out there to, this is going on in my life, this and this and this, there is no excuse why you can't run. If you want to run, run. It's an amazing feeling. It's one of the most naturalist highs you'll ever get. And it's free, honestly. Well, you got shoes, you got boots, whatever you run in. It's free to run. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. And I think one thing is we as human, I keep using this term, we as human beings are programmed to make excuses. My circumstances are this way, my circumstances are that way. And we fail to see the opportunity that lies in front of us. I've ran over 15,000 miles in my career. I taught myself everything. I taught myself how to run, taught myself how to rehabilitate myself. I've taken care of myself through strokes, through heart attacks, through injuries. But each time I looked at the opportunity to get up and get up stronger. Adversity faces me every day. That's part of life. But you know what? As a runner and as a leader in running, it's part of who I am, and it's part of what I feel like people need to do more about. Is understanding that, you can make all excuses in the world, why you can't work out, why you can't get back in shape. But look outside. Look what's in front of you. And my biggest pet peeve is people say it's too expensive to work out. Because you know what? It ain't expensive. Shit, I probably know what was a prime example why it's not expensive. I don't use a gym. I make my own workouts. I do everything myself. I think one of the things that I feel that we can all learn from society and learn from avoiding the pitfalls of allowing our excuses to be who we are is we can learn that when we overcome that challenge of allowing our inner self to make excuses, we become better as a human being and as a society as a whole. And as I look at, where, on a more serious note, as I look at where we all need to be, and I feel that's where we're struggling with, is a hatred, especially with racism. And I've seen some things like Eminem, he was dropping some, raps, and I agree with them. That's awesome, man. I'm proud of you, bro. He was talking about how Donald Trump is all about racism and doesn't see the bigger picture, which he doesn't. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the way he's very, very racist. And I think that if we all take a moment in our life to look back at where we came from and where we are today, and set our judgments aside about what we feel our world should be at, where we feel that the way people are. Sometimes we need to walk in their shoes. I'm a big supporter on black rights, honestly. And I think that they're one of the biggest people for generations have been abused their rights for years. And I mean, look when our Constitution was born. Without them, our country, the United States wouldn't be here. Put it that way. And I think those as a whole, we need to, as a whole world and society, we need to overlook what we accept as okay. We need to stop judging people by the color of skin, by their race, by their gender, by their disability or lack thereof, if some want to say that, or any of their preferences as a person, but encourage people to be better for who they can be. And so as I close and as I look at the future and I look at where I am now, as I'm returning back home to California and traveling to Arizona as well, looking at options for sponsorships, partnerships, different things, do some research, finding out what's going to work best, who I can partner with and who would be a possible business, partners and that sort of thing. I look at the things that have really made us who we are. And the thing that I want to close with, and I want everybody to really think about, is for us to think about and step back and ask ourselves this question. Do we judge people solely based on their looks, what we think about them, or are we judging them and have a right to judge them based on facts? Not just past facts, but current facts. And I say this with the biggest passion. Think about it when you say stuff. Think about who it could hurt and who it affects. And when you speak truth, make sure you know it. Things I've said are 100% valid. They're rough and tough and in your face kind of stuff, but they're 100. And I hope that everyone has an awesome night. And as I keep working on things, taking time for myself, taking time to figure out what's going to work for California, Arizona. Everybody just have a great night. I feel like I'm getting too deep and stuff. All right, peace.